Hi, my name is Maddie. I'm the education supervisor at the International Wolf Center, and I want to thank Famous Fido Rescue for having us back again to give you a little update about what's been going on with us and our wolves in the past year for the Celebration of Life event. So first, for those of you who may be new, I want to start out with some more information about our organization. As I said, we're the International Wolf Center, and our goal is to share scientific information with the public about wolves. We believe this is important work because wolves are oftentimes a misunderstood species. So a lot of people have very strong opinions about wolves, both positive and negative, that are based a lot on myth, fairy tale, legends, and even some popular reporting today that doesn't quite tell the whole story about wolves. So it's our goal to share information that's based on science with the public so they can use that information to form their opinions about wolves and not stories like the big bad wolf and the three little pigs or Little Red Riding Hood or any of the more sensational news headlines that people may hear. So this is our mission statement and our goal. We believe that by educating the public about what wolves are truly like, just like any other animal out on the landscape trying to survive, that they have a better chance of being able to coexist with us in our world today. If people understand them, then we can have a higher tolerance for wolves and more work going towards coexisting with them as well. So most of that work is done here at our interpretive center in Ely, Minnesota. If you ever have the good fortune to visit, we do have several exhibits that you can see and learn from, as well as live educators here, and of course, our pack of ambassador wolves. However, I do want to mention that we have virtual programs as well that are available for the public, as well as classrooms. So if you are interested in those, you can always visit us on wolf.org. And that's also where you can see our live webcams, where we stream 24 hours a day of our exhibit pack of wolves. So you can even catch up with them from afar as well. Before I get into introducing our ambassadors to you, I want to talk a little bit more about why they're here, why we have them. Well, as I said, wolves are quite a controversial species, and they're also very elusive. They don't like to be around people. And that makes it really hard for people to get the chance to actually see them and observe their natural behaviors. So our ambassador pack of wolves grows up here at the center to make sure that they're comfortable with humans, comfortable being viewed by people, as you saw Kaz there give a little boop to the camera. And we do that so that people can see them and learn from them and their behavior in real life. So I'll introduce our wolves to you now. We have currently our two oldest members of the pack, Axel and Grayson. If you've seen some of these videos from us before, you may see some familiar faces here. Axel and Grayson are now 6 years old. They are the Arctic subspecies of the gray wolf. So you would find their type of wolf in the wild northeastern Greenland and some of the Arctic islands around there. But they are considered the same species as the rest of our wolves as well. Axel tends to be the really kind of high energy, more outgoing brother. He also tends to be a little bit less patient with some of the antics from our younger pack members. Whereas Grayson is a little bit more reserved, a little bit more watchful, and has shown himself to have a lot of nurturing behavior towards the younger members of our pack. We also have Rika, which if you remember from last year, she was just born previously in 2021. So she is a little bit over 1 year old now. She is the northwestern subspecies of gray wolf, and she's about full grown at 1 year. So she's settled into our pack quite well here. She has a lot of very playful behaviors still as a juvenile, and she has particularly enjoyed our newest additions to the pack, which are Kaz and Blackstone. So because Rika was a single pup, she didn't have a litter mate to enter our pack with. We did decide to kind of bump up our usual schedule of waiting 4 years to get new pups to give her some younger pack mates to get out some of her energy with. And that has worked very well. Kaz and Blackstone were just born this past April in 2022. They are growing quite quickly and have also settled into our pack very well. As I mentioned, they're also the northwestern subspecies like Rika, and being so close to her in age, they exhibit a lot of play behavior with her. Kaz tends to be a little bit more on the food possessive side. So if there's anything to eat, it's his and he wants it. Blackstone is a little bit more laid back, a little bit more relaxed, but they both engage with all the rest of our pack members and are enjoying their time in our exhibit pack so far. Again, if you were with us previously in this last year, you may remember Grizzer as well. Well, Grizzer has now joined our Gone But Not Forgotten pack as of this last winter. So he was one of our oldest wolves. He was actually the oldest wolf that we've ever had here at the Wolf Center at 17 and a half years old. And what's important to us is that we learn from the memory of each of our wolves. So each of these wolves is such an individual. Grizzer was a very independent wolf. He definitely enjoyed being around the younger members of the pack and pups. And he taught us a lot of lessons about how we can better care for most of our wolves in the future. So it's always our goal to try and learn from pack members that do pass away. Grizzer lived a long life here with us, and we really enjoyed having him and appreciate the gift of having him with us to teach people about wolves. So with that, you know all of our ambassadors now. If you have a chance to check us out on our cameras, please feel free to do so. Maybe you can pick them out there in the enclosure. And I would encourage you to give us a visit at wolf.org as well and check out some of the other programs we have. I want to thank you again for inviting us today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.